great, but do you need all this to be in the garage door business?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Tell me about it.
Well, garage doors, pretty well everybody's automated today, and with about 14 different name brand of products on the market, you've got 14 kinds of remotes and receivers and technology.
Do you repair those?
We repair them. We're the only repair shop of this type on the West Coast.
Wow, so therefore if I got a problem with one of those great big honking door buttons that you have to lay around in the seat of your car, you can repair those?
Well, one step better than that, I can clone yours and give it back to you as a keychain remote.
You mean like this size of remote?
Just like that.
Wow, and that way you don't have to be fumbling with it or trying to find it on the floor of your...
No, and you don't lose it in your sun visor or the car, and the kids can't throw it out the window.
Wow. So openers, doors, and I understand that the new door that's being installed on the renovation job that we're doing is quite unique.
Oh, yes. It's a one-of-a-kind. It's a copper door, 24 gauge, near a third thicker than a 31 gauge industry standard. So it's a wonderful door.
Now, I understand this is a Martin door that's coming in to Canada from Utah.
That's right, and we're the exclusive importer of it at this time.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at them.
Sure. Well, come on over here, Shell.
Wow, isn't that beautiful? Solid copper.
Solid copper, 24 gauge. Copper inside, copper outside, 24 gauge.
Now, 24 gauge, what is that compared to the average door today?
31 gauge standard industry standard. To 24, you're looking at a third thicker in material.
Now, a lot of people would think the higher the number, the thicker the material, but that's not the case when it comes to metal.
Not when it comes to metal.
You bet. So 24 gauge copper, and it's got a lot of features. Show me the pinch-free feature.
Well, probably one of the nicest features is the pinch-free, and this is great for big kids of all ages and little kids. They love to get their fingers indoors, close the door from the outside, and they always get their fingers pinched.
Oh, so it's actually like a spring-loaded at the point of where it seams.
That's right.
Wow, now, isn't that ingenious?
No.
That's a slick door.
And street appeal is excellent because you don't see that ever.
Now, also being copper, a lot of homeowners, I'm sure, would like allow it to go to the patina green color. And what about if they like the brown, or, you know, the real bright coppery color?
Well, that's very easy. All they got to do is wash it with salt water, and we have a bit of that around here on the coast, it seems. Or they can just wait for our natural acid rain. That'll turn it green for you also.
Now, colors. There's a lot of other colors, I'm sure.
We have 54 colors available on our steel 24 gauge, and they look every bit as beautiful, but they're powder coated.
And what do they look like?
Well, let me show you one here, Shell. This is just one of 54 colors available.
Wow, that green is so beautiful. One thing about powder coating being electronically applied, that there's absolutely no areas that are missing paint because the paint actually goes positive and negative.
Well, yes, and there's some depth to the paint, so that if it does take a small scratch, it's not going to show. It's far more durable than 4 coats of spray-on paint.
Oh, yeah. So 54 colors, copper is what's going on the restoration job that we're doing. I can't wait to see them installed.
It'll be a beauty.
Yeah. Well, we're stripping the door panels now of the old door to get ready for that new copper door. Well, the doors have been delivered, and I have Jarl with me now from Martin Door. How are you doing, Jarl?
Great, Shell.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was some door delivery. I've never seen doors packaged like that. But tell me about the Martin doors.
Well, the Martin doors were manufactured in Salt Lake City, Utah, but they come with a lot of safety features built into them to make it safer for the end user and everybody involved.
Child safe and adult safe and the whole 9 yards.
Absolutely.
Now, the door being a copper door, I noticed in the packaging there was 2 pair of gloves.
Well, yes, Shell, they are packaged with gloves in there because they're coming there in natural copper. There's been no kind of protective coating.
Oh, I see. So the natural oils from the human body would actually put a mark on the doors then?
Right, and we'd have fingerprints on the door, and as the door ages and patinas, it would age differently because of that.
Right. Now, what about the natural finish? Could you have a coating put on it?
Sure, you can clear coat that so that you can keep it the natural color.
Oh, so you can keep it that real bright copper look.
You bet, if that's what you would like.
Well, I was sure impressed by the tracks. The tracks are unbelievable. This is the old track off the old door, and the other one is quite a bit different. Explain the difference.
Well, this is one of the standard type tracks that is pretty common in the industry, and it's a bracket mounted track. What we're using is a system where we've got the reverse angle mounting.
Right.
And the reverse angle mounting gets rid of that gap that you have between the wall and your track.
Kind of dangerous for any child. Yeah, could get his fingers in, or even an adult for that sake.
Oh, sure. And so that eliminates that problem. You don't have that in there anymore.
Right. Now, also the rollers have got like a big black washer in behind them. What's that all about?
That is a shield. So there's someone happened to have their hand inside that track as the door's operating. They're not going to get their fingers entrapped by the roller. The shield will push them out of the way.
Right.
The other thing we did is we took and rounded and hemmed the edge on the track so that if your fingers are being pushed out of the way, they're not being sliced open.
It's beautiful. Even the inside of the door is white. Therefore, it adds to the brightness on the inside of the garage.
Right. And you notice that the track and the hardware, everything powder coated.
Everything's powder coated. It's beautiful. And that non-pinch feature on the outside, as it was being snapped in when they were putting the panels together, that was quite interesting.
Yes, that's something that we designed at Martin Door, and it's designed to keep you from being able to put your hand into the section joint. Also on the inside, we went to a low-profile hinge.
No kidding.
So that the joint doesn't open wide on the inside, and you can't put your fingers into that joint from the inside of it.
Oh, it's just great. Now, the windows are not really glass.
No, they're an acrylic. We're using that for safety purposes. Glass can break easily, and the acrylic's very durable, and we're not worried about when the kids are out playing with the ball or if they're throwing a rock or whatever, that shattered broken glass everywhere.
Now, I understand as well that the pre-painted doors, the colored doors, they're very simple to repair in the event if there was a hockey puck or anything like that hit the door.
Yes, they are repairable. The insulation can be removed from the door because it's not actually bonded in there.
So
you can pull that out and work the dents out.
Now, also I would like to point out to the viewer is that the glass being on the upper portion of the door, being an 8-foot door, it's up good and high. That way it's secure. No one can just walk in and take a peek inside.
That's right. And you're still getting some light in here. The windows are going to add to the beauty of the home and the look of your home, but they're up high enough that you've got good...
Right up to the top, in fact, right to the galvanized springs you were telling me, the torsion springs.
Yeah, that is one of the nice features of the door, too. You've got a rust-resistant spring there, and so that's going to help that to last longer. Not only that, but we have a lock-on side bearing plate, and our spring system locks into the track of the door, so it makes it much more secure.
Boy, I'll tell you, it's sure something else. And obviously, Martin has thought of all the extra accessory and features that's required in a door today. And from the outside, they absolutely look outstanding. I'm sure the neighborhood is going to be well recognized with the new copper doors by Martin Door. I want to thank you very, very much, Gerald. It's just great.
Thank you, Shel.
Thank you.